In this tutorial we are just going to cover a few miscellaneous items. First we'll talk about AWStats. It's a beautiful program, has a lot of statistics information. The only drawback is that it's not real time. So we click on AWStats and then click on View. And then as you can see, it has a lot of charts and graphs. This website was only present in 2009, so well, yeah, we set up this part only in 2009, but yeah, it should go back to previous years too if you have previous years, and you can select the month. Right now it's displaying the current month, so it has tons of information that you can use to analyze your website. Unique visitors, that's probably the most important metric. Number of visits, the pages, the hits, and the bandwidth used, the days of the month, that shows the visits, page, and hits and bandwidth, days of the week, hours, shows various top 25 countries. If you ever want to see full lists of anything, you just click on full list and it'll go beyond the top 25 countries, hosts, or whatever you're looking at. Full list, full list, full list. Robots, spiders, that's kind of interesting to see the search engines that are crawling your site. Visit duration, file type, pages. It'll have a list of pages where visitors are visiting. Operating systems, browsers, and links from external websites. Number of people who bookmark your websites, and here we have search phrases and search keywords. So search phrases is kind of good because you can see how people got to your website from search engines. Status codes such as 404 error codes or other types of status codes, or 200. Well, yeah, so hopefully you don't have too many 404 errors, but your robot text would probably have your robot.txt file for search engines would probably have 404 if you don't actually have a robots file, so that's totally okay. If for other sites you're getting too many 404 errors or file not found errors, it's probably best to look into why. Let's go back to our home page. The second item I talk about is password directory. So it's kind of useful. You can choose which folder you want to protect. So let's say we want to WordPress, create a user and then a password, and then put the password in again, and then add or modify the authorized user. So we can either protect the whole folder here, and I think, yeah, if we protect the whole folder, we don't need to name a protected directory, I think, but, well, yeah, I think so. I think this is only protecting a subdirectory in that folder. I'm totally sure, but anyway. So these are the main things to use for that. You can create users and passwords and delete users here. So this is an important part of every single person to be looking at a certain folder on your website. Cron Jobs are useful. Cron Jobs are super useful, but sometimes it's difficult to get the command to run correctly. You might want to check with your host to be able to make sure the syntax here of the web page that you want to run is correct. So usually you have the web page somewhere in here, but the command to run it is sometimes a bit host dependent. Depending on each host, the syntax would be different. And then you can enter an email address where you choose to have your cron job emailed to you so that you know that your cron job is working. You might not want to choose an email address where you check it every day, but choose an email address that's in your account, hosting account, and you can maybe check it once in a while, and not something that you check every day because you would probably get bored of seeing that email every day. you can choose it running every month, every day, every week. So let's say we want it to run every 3 days at 3 p.m. 0 minutes. So then we just save our cron tab after that. Yeah, so just click Save Cron tab after you've chosen how often you want your to run. It saves a lot of time in its types of jobs, like files. In your cache, for example, that's a good reason to run a cron job. So just a note on redirects. So this is a good way to a 301 permanent 301 direct is an important way to get rid of www, or to put in a www if you want to. So let's say we always want to by the way, the red means that there's something wrong. It's not complete yet. Web and software learn. Okay, so they want an http:// there. So with or without the www, we always want it to redirect to this. This is because we don't. We could have it on with search engines, for example. So we always want search engines to fetch the information without the www. You can choose the other way around too if you like, but just don't the website though, so that search engines do both. Search for both. Subdomains you can here. Call it whatever you want. We'll just call it test subdomain since we're going to delete it later on. And then when you go into your FTP program, you'll see a folder called test. And that's where you can upload your information into. This should be within your www.html folder, your test folder. It's been created. We'll go back. If you ever need to delete a subdomain, it's probably good to not just only remove it from here, but also there might be a folder left still on your server, so you would need to use an FTP program to delete it from there. And then we'll go back to, I think that's all the topics that we want to cover. Thanks for listening.